Las Vegas 14 resorts along the Las Vegas Strip will close temporarily, effective Tuesday, as the impact of the coronavirus on daily life significantly expands. Wynn-Encore and MGM Resorts International announced Sunday that all of their Vegas properties would shut down as travel to the gambling and entertainment city declines. Numerous conventions have cancelled their upcoming events, and many big-name shows, including Cirque du Soleil, David Copperfield and others have cancelled upcoming performances. It is now apparent that this is a public health crisis that requires major collective action if we are to slow its progression, Jim Murren, MGM's chairman and chief executive, said in a statement posted on the company's investor relations website. "This is a time of uncertainty across our country and the globe, and we must all do our part to curtail the spread of this virus." MGM properties Aria, Bellagio, Delano, Excalibur, Luxor, MGM Grand, Mandalay Bay, Mirage, New York, NoMad, Park MGM. Signature at MGM Grand and Vdara will reopen as soon as it's safe to do so. No time frame was suggested. Wynn-Encore said its sister properties will close at 6 p.m. Tuesday. In a news release, the company said the shutdown was expected to be in effect for 2 weeks, after which time the company will evaluate the situation. Wynn-Encore said the closure was part of its continuing effort to reduce the spread of COVID-19 coronavirus, and added that all full-time employees would continue to be paid. MGM Resorts said it would continue to support its workers, but did not specifically say whether they would receive paychecks during the shutdown. Caesars Entertainment, MGM's biggest competitor in Las Vegas, hasn't revealed its short-term plans. In a text Sunday evening, Delano Stacy, a vice president of public relations, said only that she had no further information. Shows at all 11 of its Vegas resorts have been suspended through March 31st. The Venetian, which includes the Palazzo, said Sunday evening it planned to stay open. "Our property remains open and we will continue taking the recommended precautions necessary to keep our team members and guests safe," it said in a statement. The closures are unprecedented. After 9/11 and during the Great Recession of the late 2000s and early 2010s, when travel to Las Vegas sharply declined, resorts remained open. Las Vegas giant Wynn Resorts Wynn announced Sunday that it is temporarily closing its Wynn Las Vegas and Encore properties for 2 weeks beginning March 17 to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. MGM Resorts followed suit shortly after, announcing the company would be suspending operations as well. Wynn said it's committed to pay all full-time Wynn and Encore employees during the closure in a statement provided to Yahoo Finance. The closure will be effective Tuesday, March 17 at 6 p.m. PT and is expected to be in effect for 2 weeks, after which time the company will evaluate the situation. A statement from the company said, "A limited number of employees and management will remain at the resort to secure and maintain the facility." MGM's announcement did not provide a timeline for when it would resume operations, but did specify it would not be taking reservations for arrivals prior to May 1. On Sunday, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC) announced it was intensifying its social distancing guidelines to recommend that gatherings of 50 people or more be cancelled or postponed across the U.S. Wynn was previously hit by the spread of coronavirus in China as the casino operator was forced to suspend operations in Macau for 2 weeks. Wynn shares have fallen 35% in the past month. MGM shares are down more than 50% over the same time period. MGM Resorts International and Wynn Resorts will close their Las Vegas properties as of March 17 in light of the coronavirus pandemic. Wynn Resorts Wynn indicated Sunday that it would close Wynn Las Vegas and Encore as part of its continuing effort to reduce the spread of COVID-19 coronavirus. The company said it expects the closures to be in effect for 2 weeks, beginning at 6 p.m. Tuesday, at which point the company will assess the situation. Similarly, MGM Resorts (MGM) said in a news release Sunday that it will close casino operations on Monday, March 16, and then hotel operations. It said it will not accept reservations before May 1. It is now apparent that this is a public health crisis that requires major collective action if we are to slow its progression, said Jim Murren, chairman and CEO of MGM Resorts, in a statement. MGM Resorts operates a number of Las Vegas properties, including the Bellagio, the MGM Grand, and the Mirage among others. This is a time of uncertainty across our country and the globe, and we must all do our part to curtail the spread of this virus, Mirage said. We will plan to reopen our resorts as soon as it's safe to do so, and we will continue to support our employees, guests, and communities in every way that we can during this period of closure. The Las Vegas closures come more than a month after Wynn, MGM Resorts and other companies had to shut down operations in Macau. The government in Macau ordered the suspension of gambling and other related industries for about 2 weeks last month after one of Macau's confirmed coronavirus cases was discovered to have worked in the gambling industry. MGM Resorts International announced Sunday it is temporarily suspending operations at all Las Vegas properties until further notice, effective Tuesday. Casino operations are set to close Monday, followed by hotel operations. The company will not be taking reservations prior to May 1st. The Las Vegas-based company operates the Bellagio, MGM Grand, Mandalay Bay, the Mirage, Luxor, New York, Excalibur, and Park MGM. It also owns 50% of City Center, which includes Aria and Vdara. A statement from Chairman and CEO Jim Murren said the temporary closures are for the good of our employees, guests and communities. It is now apparent that this is a public health crisis that requires major collective action if we are to slow its progression, Murren said. We will plan to reopen our resorts as soon as it is safe to do so, and we will continue to support our employees, guests, and communities in every way that we can during this period of closure. MGM said more details on closing procedures, timelines and other issues related to the temporary suspension would be released soon. In the Sunday letter addressed to MGM employees obtained by the Review-Journal, the company said full-time employees being furloughed or laid off will be paid 2 weeks from their last day of work, and all employees on the company's health plan will maintain benefits through June 30th. The letter, signed by Murren, further stated that salaried employees should expect to continue working until further notice. We deeply regret the strain it will cause families and our community partners, and we will do all we can to mitigate it, the letter reads. When we do reopen, we will be ready to welcome the world back to our properties. The announcement came shortly after the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention issued new guidance Sunday recommending organizers cancel or postpone in-person events with more than 50 people in the U.S. for the next 8 weeks. MGM is also temporarily closing its MGM Northfield Park property in Ohio and its casinos in Maryland and Massachusetts. Following an order from the Michigan Gaming Control Board, MGM also announced Sunday evening it will temporarily suspend gaming operations at MGM Grand Detroit by 5 midnight Monday, including all hotel, restaurant and bar operations. It is anticipated that it will remain closed for 2 weeks, at which time the status will be re-evaluated, a statement from the company said. MGM had already begun taking steps to negate economic hardships from the coronavirus as occupancy rates in Las Vegas begin to nosedive. On Friday, the company told employees that it would begin furloughs and layoffs, beginning in areas most immediately impacted by the slowdown in demand. There have been at least 2 confirmed cases of MGM employees with COVID-19, one who worked at Luxor, another at Wet Republic Pool. According to a statement from Culinary Union Local 226 spokeswoman Bethany Kung, the union has new proposals on the table for additional worker protections in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. There are about 60,000 workers in Las Vegas with union contracts, including MGM workers. In a Saturday statement to members, the union said it would continue to negotiate with casino and hotel employers to protect workers during these difficult times. We are working with the employers to identify any job opportunities and make sure they are made available to laid-off workers, including available work in other classifications if needed and if worker is qualified, the statement reads. Speaking to the media Sunday evening, Nevada Governor Steve Sisolak said the state's unemployment fund is healthy for now and said he supports any property's decision to remain open or to close. In an earlier media briefing Sunday, Sisolak ordered the closure of all K-12 public schools in Nevada beginning Monday to mitigate the impacts of COVID-19. Wynn Resorts Limited subsequently announced plans to temporarily close its 2 Las Vegas properties. Spokespeople for Caesars Entertainment Corporation, Las Vegas Sands Corporation and Boyd Gaming Corporation told the Review-Journal they have no plans to close their Nevada casinos at this time. A spokesman for Red Rock Resorts did not immediately respond to requests for comment.